Hello. Maybe. There we go. Gotta love the 7-second delay on the chat. And it's not. Oh, it goes away. And it comes back. Can we work YouTube or Streamlabs? Thank you very much. How you guys doing? A lot of people talking in chat. Well, a lot of the same few people talking in chat. I'm late, per usual. I've said it plenty of times, but I'll say it again. I like to be late on purpose because you know how some streamers will have like the streaming soon or starting stream soon splash page when you open their stream. I get annoyed by that. So I'd rather just set it for noon, and then if you want to hop in, then you can hop in, and or you could just wait for the notification, and when you get that notification, you'll actually see my face. So yeah, you can always just have it on and wait for my voice to magically appear from your computer or your phone. That works too. The DC with the 18 months. I believe this is 2 membership babies. What? 2 membership babies? I don't understand, but thank you for 18 long months. Oh, I get it now. You've been pregnant with 2 membership babies. Got it. Took me a second. But all right, let's go over some chat real quick. Actually, I will I'll show off what we got first. How about that? So, we've got our 2 OLED kits here. Now, I will say only one of these will be for sale. That'll be this one. This one is going to be for me momentarily. This will be the burn-in kit. So I'm not gonna sell this. I'll probably sell it eventually with a replaced screen because I'm gonna run it until it's burned in. And at that point, once it's burned in, I'll probably just get rid of the screen and then I'll swap out the screen and sell the whole unit because I don't need 2 of them. But yeah, for now, it'll not be for sale. But this one will go up for sale immediately following. But we're going to do both at the same time. Shouldn't be that hard. It's literally 1 wire to solder. So, yeah. If you want me to say your name out loud, like I normally do, say something in the chat right now. I'll go over what new things we've got. We've got an all atomic purple Game Boy Advance. I believe this is a V2. Yeah, it's a V2. Then we've got an all orange V5. I don't know if I showed this off last time, but we have a Zelda V5. It's the Minish Cap theme. For a second, I thought I didn't put the light pipe in. I did. And then I think I've showed this off a couple times, but it's a multicolor Game Boy Advance with a white shell. I think it's super cool. I was going to say, do we not have one? Our 5th one? But we do. And it's the Gengar, a fan favorite, one of the best sellers. I'm surprised it hasn't sold yet, but I guess I haven't shown it off on the stream yet. So all 5 of these Game Boy Advances are up for grabs right now. RetroRemastered.com. Let's see, what else have I made this week? A Blastoise Game Boy Color. It's not an OLED one. And then a Suicune SP, which has USB-C in it. It has an old battery in it momentarily. That's just because I'm waiting on new batteries to come in. But and I also did a Groudon SP and a regular, not extreme, clear green. I think That's it. I've also done this. I don't know if I've shown this one off. I did this a couple weeks ago. It's an all-white SP that looks very clean. This is a V2. This is a V2. This is a V2. And this is a V5. And then the other one, the pearl blue one that I've got, is also a V5. I think that is all of the new stock. Otherwise, it's the same old, retroremaster.com. You can check it out. And last chance to say something in chat so I can say your name. Starting with all the chats at the top. We got Robert. We got The Beat Band, a new member. Thank you. We got Mark, DC, Septic Stream. Septic? Yeah. DJ Ames. A lot of chat going on between those people. Cheese. Camilo. I hope I said that right. You can correct me. And my mom. Hello. Welcome. How you guys doing? I'm going to look, see if there's any important chats to go over before we get started. Already have the new AMOLED screen. It looks so good compared to the Q5. I agree. Does it fit in a GBA? No. Then I don't have use for it. Just straight to the point. I love it. Still waiting for it. Nice. Glad you were able to secure one. It seems as though Zed Labs has them in stock. AliExpress, depending on the listing, I think the one that I have linked down below is has some in stock. And I don't know if RGRS has even put them in stock. I asked for in stock notifications. I put in for that and I never got one. So my father in DC are talking about Dragon Ball Z apparently. I was picking berries for a dessert pie. How did you know? Hi, can you say my name, Harry? My first instinct was to say it like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man. Harry! I can't do it very well, but hello, Harry. How you doing? I just usually read the names from the side. But there you go, Harry. And there's no need to repeat chats twice because most of the time I'll actually see it. If I actually do skip it, I'm sorry. But I'd prefer you didn't repeat it just to keep the chat a little clean. Because the more you chat, the more I'll miss the other ones. But I have no idea if anybody's working on a GBA one. I would assume that there's a AMOLED kit for the GBA, but this screen will not fit in the GBA, so it's gonna be a while. I'll go over why I think it's gonna be a while once we start tearing this down. Just want to read the rest. Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't try and charge more for the AMOLED. They totally could have, but you've been watching your videos for 6 months now? Nice. What was the first video you watched? How'd you find me? I'm always curious about that. If you guys remember, no matter how long you've been watching, let me know what the first video, or yeah, the first video you saw of mine. What was it? I'd like to know. I'd assume it's an in-depth tutorial or an Austin Evans video, but we could have an OLED for the DS family, but it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. No one really likes to make screen mods for the DS. So, okay, I'm going to get started tearing these things down. And why I think, why does everything feel shifted? Just do that. Move the mod mat. Zoom. Ooh. Shift over a little bit more. We can get these out of the way. And screwdriver. Have the Phillips bit out, but we need the tri-wing first. I don't think we're gonna see a Game Boy Advance kit for a while, just because the way that they source the screens, like the actual screen, is from old BlackBerry phones. Why specifically BlackBerry? I have no idea. They were all made by LG, I believe, but I think they're just like phones that are actually small enough that they fit inside of a Game Boy. But like the classic V2 screen is BlackBerry. It's by LG. I know that. I'm pretty sure all of them are made by LG, but don't quote me on that. And then the Q5 is from an LG phone. It's literally called, or not LG phone, BlackBerry phone. That is called the Q5. The phone was the Q5. And then the OLED one is from another BlackBerry phone called the Q10. So if you really wanted to, you could buy a BlackBerry Q10 and you could have the OLED display. But the reason why it costs more money is not because of the display, but because the board. Whenever you need to replace one of these parts, the board is the most expensive part because that's what they put the effort and the work into. The screen, they just buy the screen. It's like a $10 screen, maybe even less, probably even less when you buy it in mass. But you, yeah, when you replace the ribbon cables, or in this case, it's just a PCB, wherever the chips are, that is the most expensive part. That's like a $40 replacement, I'm pretty sure. At retail, at least. I don't know. I don't even know if they sell replacement parts for these on AliExpress. I know you can buy the screen separately, but I don't know if they sell the ribbon cables separately. So, unless there is an OLED, an OLED BlackBerry phone that fits inside of a Game Boy Advance, like the V2 does, then I don't think we're gonna see an OLED Game Boy Advance for a while. If that already exists, then great. People should start researching some LG phones. Or not, I keep doing that. LG makes the screens, BlackBerry makes the phones. LG used to make phones. I mean, I guess I don't think BlackBerry makes the phones anymore. Could be wrong, though. It doesn't have to be from BlackBerry, but just if there is an OLED screen that is the right size and it exists already, then that is the only way we'll see a Game Boy Advance OLED anytime soon. But that being said, I would love to see OLED mods for Game Boy Advances and DSs and stuff like that. Really, any handheld should have an OLED screen. I think it would look great. And I'm not worried about burn-in. I'm going to do the burn-in test just in case. I was debating whether or not to do it at all. But especially because Mako's already doing it. He's already got quite the head start on me. But you might as well have two people do it because he could have, I don't know. There's always a chance of, I can't think of the right word, but like just having a dud, you know? Like one screen might burn in faster than the other for some reason. I don't know. Can't think of the word that I want to do or I want to use there, but might as well have multiple people doing it. Plus, Bob Wolf told me to, so I feel like I have to. Okay, these have already been cleaned. I mean, there's a little bit. Oh no, that's just on the plastic. I was gonna say there's a little bit of dust on it, but they've been cleaned. They've been tested. They've even been trimmed along the cart slot. So all we need to do is put the necessary Kapton tape down, which I'm seeing some Kapton tape on these already. You might not even need to cover this in Kapton tape because it actually does come with insulating film, which is nice. And 3 strips? What? It's gotten an upgrade, or at least the seller I bought it from includes Kapton tape? That's crazy. Kind of blown away. And an extra wire in case you mess up. Cool. Nothing else in there. We can throw that on the ground. Let's see. First video I saw was the Game Boy Color you wish you had as a kid. Okay, so the Game Boy Color in-depth tutorial. That's one of my favorite intros, just because of the in the car scene. I get comments on it all the time. I love it. I don't know when you put the comment about the the OLED for the Game Gear, but I'm gonna say the same answer. Because the thing is, the reason why they do it from existing screens is because it is very expensive to make a custom screen. That's why Retro 6 has their own screen and it costs so much more. Maybe they're charging more to make more money, but I believe that it's because they made their own screen and the cost associated with that, it's expensive. I mean, that's why you don't see a ton of people making their own shells. It's either 3D printed or a Chinese company is going to do the injection molding because they have the access to the factories right there. Okay. Isn't it amazing that the Vita had OLED way back in 2013? That's insane for the time. I mean, to be fair, these screens are from about that time too. That's an interesting feel on it. It's got the really small like TFT cutout there. Can't even hardly see it because black on black. There we go. I don't know why it's such a small cutout. It's not going to be that way when we peel it back, but we'll leave that like that for now. Yeah, this is like the glue because it's a little sticky there. But when I first saw that, I was like, that looks cracked. It's not. It's just the glue. Because you have to... Well, there's a touchscreen on it. So there's a digitizer somewhere layered in here. Even with the... even with the digitizer, I can't talk today. It's still very thin. It's kind of impressive. But what do we need to do now? They didn't... The wire isn't pre-soldered on this one. Interesting. I'm pretty sure it was pre-soldered on the other one, right? I don't think it was necessary to cover this up, but I'm going to do it anyways. We have 6 strips of Kapton tape, so I might as well do it. I've never had Kapton tape like this before. It's very interesting. I don't know why it's not peeling. There we go. Just gotta yell at it. I think that those last few are... all the vias are covered up on these, so I'm not going to worry about those 3. Plus, I just don't remember doing that last time. So I think we're fine. But you can try. Get this connector in. There we go. Now, put that off to the side for a second. Because we do have to solder there. I'm actually kind of tempted to just do this with the insulating film. Instead of putting it on here where it's going to want to fall off a million times. Why don't I just do that? Isn't that crazy? That way we don't have to put Kapton tape down there, and it covers all of this. Wow. Insulated. It's not going to be super stuck down here either, but it'll do its job. It doesn't move, so that's good. It's a good start. Yeah, and we only really need the 1 strip of Kapton tape, but it's cheap anyways, so. Garrett, G-Money. We should play Striker soon. Okay, we just need to hang out. It's been a while. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting lost now. Might as well just get all the plastic bags out real quick. Oh yeah, I never ended the poll. I just had a feeling that more people were going to come watch this stream since it's OLED. So I left it up for a while. Where is Safari? There we go. Alright. Well, I'll give you guys one last chance to answer the poll if you really want to for some reason. I knew that was going to happen. It's not even the good membranes either. It's the Baby Park membranes. Shout out to anybody who remembered that. That little rant. Yeah. Put that over there for now. These are the bad membranes. Probably swap them out to a different set anyways. And they put an IR cover in there that is gonna completely block the IR signal. Nice. Okay. Can we peel this back? There we go. Let's try that again. I don't know what I just peeled off there. Hopefully it wasn't important. Not centered enough. There we go. And there's that. Flip that up a little more. Boom. And maybe we can connect this. I cannot connect this. There we go. All right, for real, last chance to answer the poll. Doesn't really get you anywhere, but it's nice to know the information. Put that there. And 3, 2, 1. Results. We've got 40% of you bought it. You have it. Yes, but it's been out of stock, so 30% of you want to get it. 70% either want it or have it. 21% of you say no, it's not worth the upgrade. That's totally fair. And 7% of you just don't want the OLED. Interesting. Interesting. It is totally fair to say it's not worth the upgrade. I think it is, but like Q5 to OLED, probably not worth it. Any other kit to OLED, probably worth it. But normally I don't like to say that you should upgrade. All right. Let's see. Could you do an up-to-date Game Boy Pocket IPS mod video? It's up to date. Until the OLED comes out for it, which this screen will fit the DMG and the Pocket. It's the Q5 is the same screen for the Color, Pocket, and DMG, and this is the same size as the Q5, so it'll come to those. I just don't know when. Those are going to be the next OLED kits we see, almost guaranteed, just because they have to just slightly alter this a little bit, and it'll be good to go. And I think that's where we're going to see the most benefit because of it being purely black and white. That's going to save so much battery life. But yeah, the one that I have is currently up to date. There's not much action going on for the Game Boy Pocket. Even like my first Game Boy Pocket video, it's not a good video. It's an interesting video. If it's very old, but I do have videos on the 2 kits that I recommend for the IPS. Plus the Pocket video that I just did this week, my most recent video, that is the Bivert mod, the only other real screen kit that you can do. And I don't recommend that. I wish I had money right now, because if I did, I'd probably try to grab the Umbreon Game Boy Color when you list it up. But then again, I got quite set back a bit from when I bought the Totodile GBC, so maybe not. They're both good. They're both good. But BlackBerry is long gone. I think a Chinese company is leasing the name BlackBerry to make phones, but the Canadian company is no longer doing it. Interesting. But they are still a company, right? I want to say that you can buy their stock. They might just not do phones anymore. I don't remember if I found you through Austin or Austin through you. Interesting. I wonder how many people have found Austin through me. Also less than a month ago, thanks to my ADHD. Yep. New hobbies all the time. I don't think I have ADHD, but I like picking up new hobbies. But I like to learn. I like to find something on YouTube, learn a lot about it, hyperfixate on it for like a month, and then, yeah. Yours comes in the mail on the 1st of May. Nice. It's a bit of a wait, but exciting. I was about to get the funny playing screen the very week this came out. I'm so glad I waited. Nice. I hate when it like the chat auto goes down when I'm like trying to scroll through reading chat. There's a spider underneath the motherboard. What motherboard? I think you're trying to pull one over on me. Hey Jake, what other shells could you put the screen in without trimming? Anything that says Q5 Anything that looks like this, that has this plastic piece behind it, that has the thin edges around, it should be labeled Q5 in some sort of way. Or maybe now they label them as Q5 or Q10. Black ice fits in it. Someone could be the first to do a black ice OLED. I need to swap mine out because I want to. This is just the better kit. But yeah, I need to do a black ice AMOLED soon. And hopefully those come back in stock soon. Eventually. It's kind of out of my control. Do you think I should flip my FP GBC for a real one to do this mod? I don't know. I mean, if you want full compatibility, then a real Game Boy Color is going to do it better. I don't know what the battery life difference is. I'm not interested in the FPGBC. So my gut would be like, yeah, go get a real Game Boy, but I don't know, it's up to you. Goodness, I'm just trying to see the things that are just above the bottom of the chat, but it keeps scrolling away. Besides the one that you can get in the listing. Oh, yeah. Oh, I pretty much have everything that you can get listed in the description that works with this. So, yeah, the ones on the listing are through High-Speed Edo, but in the description I have like almost every shell that works with this link. That's what I'm trying to say. I reread your comment and understood what you're trying to say. Yeah, I think this would also benefit the Game Boy Pocket Color because it'll save battery life, and that already has pretty bad battery life. Yeah, I think that sums it up perfectly for me. Q5 is really good if you already have it, but I won't be getting another Q5 in the future. Yeah, as long as they keep making OLEDs with the different screen lenses that aren't just the black screen lens, I will be swapping out OLED or the Q5 for the OLED. Because right now I've got like 40 or 50 of them in my drawers, and so I'll slowly get rid of that stock. But yeah. SB eventually, not anytime soon. In Canada, yeah, they do security system now. Interesting. OLED Game & Watch. That would actually probably be pretty good. Yeah. Alright, let's continue on. I was staring at chat for a while there. So, from here, we can... Actually, let's do the soldering. Let's bust out the soldering. So, this one is very, very easy to solder for. It is super easy. Oh, maybe now that I think about it. Oh, I forgot I'm on manual focus. That's why I didn't focus on me earlier when I picked it up. Interesting. Okay. But I think what happened last time was there was already solder pre-applied here. I don't think it was already soldered down. Either way, with the solder here, it makes it even easier for us. I still recommend Flux. Flux is your friend. But tweezers are also your friend, but you don't need tweezers for this. I just prefer it. We can just heat up that solder, maybe. Need to extend the wire a little bit more. And a little pull test, we're good. Do the same thing, heat it up. Boom. You have to do this to solder. Now, I don't know why, because there are plenty of kits that don't need you to solder for the Game Boy Color. You just get a brighter screen if you do solder. So I don't know why you need to solder for this. Maybe they'll come out with a revision later down the line where you don't need to. I don't know. Maybe this screen just requires more power at any given time because it's an OLED and every pixel lights up individually. I don't know. But what I do know is we can put these in now. Just going to start throwing all the trash on the ground. Again, for those who have joined us later in this stream, this cyan one that I'm doing right now, this teal turquoise, whatever you want to call it, I am not putting this one up for sale, but the shiny Umbreon one will be up for sale. I'm going to be using this for the burn-in test. So I just thought I would do it on stream for y'all. I've been meaning to do this anyways. This one, this cool one, the one on the thumbnail, will be up for sale as soon as we're done here. So stick around to the end. We're almost done. Even though we're only 36 minutes into the stream. Wow. These ones are going fast. Or they don't take very long to do. Even with how much I've stopped to talk to chat. This could give me some pretty good speedrun times. Especially because I don't think we need to put the Kapton tape down there. But it's good to just do it anyways, just in case. Okay. So, like I said earlier, these membranes suck that are included with the high-speed Edo listing. If you get the full shell combo with it, I recommend using the original start and select membranes because these are too short. It's annoying. They'll work-ish, but they're too short. They're pretty much flat when you have it all said and done. And to know if they're the good ones or the bad ones, let's turn the focus to here, maybe. See how it is just like straight across? It is just a full pill shape versus hold up, wait a minute. Should have had this prepared. Versus this one that has the slight indent on the top and bottom in the middle. This is the good one. It should be like an elongated 8. And then this one is like Baby Park. It is just a cylinder. Cylinder? Right? Sure. Nah, cylinder's 3-dimensional. I don't know. An oval? It's very flat. Doesn't indent. These ones, bad, gross, disgusting. I don't want to see it ever again. Get it out of my sight. These membranes that come with it are fine. These ones work totally fine. It's just the start and select that come with it. They're not great. The D-pad I have heard is not great. Like the actual hard plastic D-pad. I will try it since I'm going to be keeping this one momentarily to do the burn-in test. I'll mess around with it a little bit. See if it is good or not, or at least we'll install it today. And I can tell you later on the stream, because it won't take very much to figure out if it's good or not. It'll be pretty instant. I will need to grab some new membranes. Some new membranes to match. It's close enough. And as you can see, these have the indent. Well, maybe you can see it. Not going to worry about it. All right, did focus or fix the focus already, right? There we go. Okay. Put those in. Where's the... Oh, there. Oh, that's the other thing. The other thing, for some reason, the IR port cover is not see-through. It is just plain gray. It's not even black to match. But these are special plastic. I don't know what kind of plastic it is. It's probably still ABS, but there's a bit of translucentness to it. That way the IR will actually go through. The signal will go through this. So it can't just be opaque. It has to have some opacity to it. I'm going to clean this off real quick because it's got a bunch of dirt on it because it's the original one. Oh, that's the gross toothbrush. I have a flux toothbrush and I have a regular dirt and grime toothbrush. The flux brush gets solid because of the flux. Yeah, we'll slide that in there. Now this, I don't really know enough about the IR stuff, but I don't think this is going to hurt the IR because it is clear. But I don't know, maybe the color makes a difference. I don't know. And I don't really know. I guess I have to find what game I could test it with. That would be a second channel video though, for sure. Like, a lot of people ask me about doing a lag test for these. And like, I get it. There's probably a lot of people who've scared you on the internet about input lag. This is all hardwired in. Unless they do something really dumb with how they make these kits, which I don't think they do, it's going to be instant. There will be literally zero input lag. So there's nothing to worry about. But I get that question more and more now across all of the different kits. Should probably put the membranes in. It drives me a little crazy, but I understand that can be a valid concern. So I'll eventually be making a second channel video on it. But it's not really a priority because I know the answer. Plus, it's a Game Boy. If there was any input lag that was noticeable, someone would have said something by now, and people wouldn't probably buy this kit or any of these kits. But if there is a not normally noticeable amount of input lag, like a minuscule amount, you're not speedrunning with this thing. I mean, I guess you could be speedrunning with the thing, but you're not like, there's no professional Game Boy games other than maybe Tetris, but I think the pros play, I'm using an original screw for this. That's fine. I think the pros play Tetris on NES. Why is that not working? Maybe this is a stripped screw, or it's beginning to strip, because this is the right bit. So we'll go back to the aftermarket ones. There goes that. Aha. The other IR cover right here. Pokemon Crystal, Gold and Silver Mystery Gift use it. Don't you need like a distribution cartridge for that? I appreciate trying to help, but I feel like that is not something that I can do anything about. Can't you do it with like the Pokemon TCG? Because I know those have the IR LED looking things like these in it. I had issues with the middle screw too with these kits. No, it's not. It's just bleh. It's not the shell. It's the screw because we're fine. I used one of the original screws, so it's probably a little stripped. But what I will do is back this off a quarter turn on each of these three to ensure better button presses. And I am concerned. I did not buy this from the High Speed Edo official store, I don't think. And it's got some funky screws for the inside. They're flat and not the normal shape. So I'm going to use the original screws. So those don't look right. I don't like that. So I'll use a different original screw. One that isn't stripped. And there we go. Don't do it too tight. And back that off a quarter. Okay, that was a quarter turn. Screwdriver almost fell off the edge again. Okay, now we just have to solder this wire to the power switch. There are other places that you can solder it to, but the power switch is the best spot. It already has some solder pre-applied there. There's no scraping that you need to do. Plus, it'll only take power from the batteries when it's on if you solder it to C. Which, according to my camera, it says it's in focus, but it looks a little blurry on here. That looks a little better. Okay. We're up to 300 degrees Celsius. We're going to take our wire here. Extend it a little further so we can actually get it to touch. Come on. Okay. We're going to add a little more solder. I was going to say flux. Probably will add some flux too, but we're going to add some solder. I'll go ahead and do that to the other one. I know it's off camera. I apologize. That one will definitely use some flux for. Go ahead and put flux down for both of them. Now, There's that. Guess I'll show you the other one too. And there we go. Simple as that. We're done soldering. It's just the one wire. Okay. We can finish this up by putting the back halves on. There we go. And swap over the tri-wing. Just drop all of the screws down. It's hard to drop the screws into the battery hole. Yeah, AliExpress isn't that slow anymore. It's usually about like two weeks for me now. But I'm also on West Coast, so not that far from the port of Los Angeles. There's that. If you are looking for, or if you are trying to buy the shiny Umbreon OLED kit here, I will be putting it up for sale in just a few moments. Test both of these out, make sure they're working, but you might want to head to the link in the description, retroremastered.com/collections/GBCs. I guess I need to start specifying Q5 versus OLED in my listings. Goodness gracious. Or you can check the link in the chat from DC. Thank you, DC. My hands are cramping up there. Gotta grab some batteries because apparently I don't have any out on the table. And we can have a super cut off screen there, but it works. It works. I just realized there's 2 peels on this. So they put the cut off borders one on top of the plain clear one that has a pull tab. Where was the pull tab? I don't know. Let's try and find it. Oh, wait. I guess we can figure that out. So bottom left, there's a pull tab. Ah, I see it now. It is kind of under there. Yeah, that's dumb. Okay, so we have to pull it by this. Good to know for the future, I guess, is that the pull tab is stuck down there. Cool. And we can go ahead and test the buttons first. It is a touch screen to adjust everything. So you've got your brightness adjustment. You literally hold right here to open up the menu, anywhere in this lower half of the screen. And then you just touch the arrows to adjust whatever you want. You can adjust the color palettes. Probably don't want to use that for the games with color. If you do black and white mode, you'll save some battery life. If you put on the pixel effects, you will even save some battery life, especially on the grid mode. There's vertical lines, there's horizontal lines, and then there's a grid. And then there's obviously no grid. That's what I prefer. It looks the prettiest to me. And then somehow you swipe up to go to the rest of it. You can hit the frame blending on or off. I just like to turn it on. Maybe. Just go to the left. Sometimes it's a little finicky. There we go. And the horizontal positioning, I did touch it a couple times, so I'm going to take it back to 39. I'm going to lower the vertical a little bit because it seems to be slightly off. Then we can swipe up again. Maybe. And then we can adjust. Okay, it feels like it's a little off. The touchscreen, you need to be a little above where you want to have it. Goodness, this is very annoying. My first kit was not this annoying to use. How does that purple look? Looks good to me. So I don't want to mess with it anymore. All right, start, select. Membranes are a little stiff as per usual, but they actually stick up, unlike the other ones. We got B, we got A, we got right, we got left, we got down, we got up. Everything is working as it should, and it looks pretty dang good. Yeah, that's about it. And you've got some of my fingerprints on it. How awesome is that? We will put the sticker on real quick. I won't make you guys wait too much longer because I know some of you are wanting to buy this. At least I feel like someone's going to buy it pretty fast. I will go ahead and list this right now, and then we'll test out the other kit after this is listed. Get rid of my fingerprints there. Make it look as pretty as possible. Where's my phone? I'm sure that they will come out with some colored bezels fairly soon. I'm sure they just wanted to test the market before they started making a bunch of different colors for it. Different colors or different SKUs for the same product, or multiple SKUs for the same product, are a huge profit loss. All right. It is not. It loses you money to make more different colors with products. It typically has you lose money. That's why you see even the iPhone only have like 3 or 4 colors. So, because there's always going to be an unpopular color, and then that one won't sell well, and then they have all that stock remaining, but they had to initially keep up with what they thought the demand would be, and so they make an even amount of all the colors, and they always overshoot on at least one. I'm Umbreon. Wow, I could not think of Umbreon. Okay, we're going to duplicate this listing. I'm going to set this down for a second. It's going to be faster to type with 2 hands. With not, I guess I don't have to say Q5. I can say with AMOLED display. Because this is not an IPS display. It's AMOLED. Now we can take a picture. Which, by the way, the screen might look a little funky in the picture or even on camera. I think I have the settings right on camera. But OLED's weird with getting pictures taken of it. It's a little shy, so it might look a little weird. It's fine. To our eyes, it's fine. Okay. The description is just the cookie cutter description that I use for all of them. Just, I don't know, you know the deal. I'll adjust I'll make an OLED description eventually. Or I'll just do it right now. AMOLED display. Okay, yeah, that's the only time I mention it. Cool. The description is properly updated. And it's on the website, retroremastered.com. Probably should have given you guys a chance to refresh. I don't know how many people are trying to get it. We got 50 people in here. How many likes do we have? We've got 50 people in here, 25 likes. We could probably do better than that. A little bit better. That's all right. I don't care that much about likes. All right. I'm starting to lose it. I mean, I'm always losing it, but that means it's time to wrap up stream. So let's test this guy. Make sure it's all good to go, even though it just has to power on. Cool. This seems a little bit more responsive. Maybe not. The vertical position seems a little... It's hard to see with like really good blacks if it's centered or not. I think 39 and 8 is like the perfect position. No, it feels like a little bit better, but I'm still struggling to find the sweet spot. I think it's just the sweet benefit of touchscreens. Just looking to see if there's a better cyan color, but I'm starting to think there isn't. Is there only 31 colors? I feel like there's more than that. I mean, I guess there's not more than that. Oh, found the sweet spot. Dang it. was nice. Okay, we're good there. Let's try that again. Test the buttons. Beautiful. Buttons all work. Doesn't really matter because I'm going to make a special image that this will just sit on for a very long time. See if we can get some burning. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put a sticker on it. Why not? Came with one. This sticker is too big for the cutout. Or it's like perfectly sized. Wow. That's kind of annoying that it's perfectly sized. Also, just notice that they copied, I'm pretty sure, the Pokemon Special Edition for the sticker, because it says Nintendo/Creature/Game Freak on it. Does this one say that? No. This one does not say that, but this one says it. Okay. So they copied the special, one of the Pokemon Special Editions, or they're just silly. I don't know what CGB, POB, GPN is. I know it's Game Boy Color in Japan, but what's POB? Pokemon Blue? I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, the Umbreon one is up for grabs if you want it. I'll probably post it to an Instagram story here in a bit. But yeah, it's up for grabs now if you want it. RetroRemaster.com. Yeah. Well, if you're going to infringe on a trademark, you might as well infringe on all of them. Exactly. It seems like a lot of people are talking amongst each other, so I'm not going to read too much of chat. I apologize if there was anything that I missed. But we there eventually I will do more with the OLEDs once they're more popular. I don't want to steal like all of them from people. I don't want people to get upset with me. I bought 4. These 2, well, I guess 5. I got the initial one and I bought 4 more. These 2, and then I've got 2 others. So eventually I'll roll them out, but I'll hold on to them for a while. Yeah. If you want an OLED one, I've got this up for grabs. This is going to be testing for burn-in. I will keep you guys updated on that. And I'm working on the... It's not going to be out probably till end of May or early June, but I'm working on the in-depth comparison video for all of the Game Boy Color kits. I doubt we're going to see any burn-in by then, but I will make that part of the video very close to the release of the video where I talk about OLED burn-in and see what I find. But I don't think there will be anything noticeable within a month. Maybe there will be. I don't know. Could be wrong. What I do know is that I have found a lot of like dog or cat hair on this shell. On this shell in particular. They must have an animal in the factory. I don't know. But yeah. Thank you all for hanging out. My sticker also says Game Freak. That's interesting. What's my favorite mod? I like this one. I like the V2 for GBA, and I like the V5 for GBA. overall, I really enjoy. I think I enjoy doing the V5 the most, just because it's so simple, it's so fast and easy to do. But I think I don't know, the V2 has a special place in my heart. That's why I'm redoing the GBA IPS V2 in-depth tutorial, and that'll be coming out this Friday for the members, next Friday for everybody else. So if you want to see videos a week early, one whole week early, for the most part, like 99% of them will be 1 week early now. You can join the mod squad. Hit that join button down below, $5 a month. And then tomorrow, I will be answering another question that a lot of people ask me. I get this question all the time. They say, Jake, why don't you do HDMI mods? Why are your Ultimate consoles never using HDMI mods? I've done one HDMI mod that was for the N64, and I plan on doing another N64 HDMI mod eventually, because I would like to try out this $50 one that has been making the rounds, but I don't know when I'll do that. It'll be a while probably. But tomorrow's video on the second channel will actually answer that question. Upscalers, they're great. They're awesome. And they're plug and play for the most part. So if you want to know a more detailed answer than that, check out the second channel. That should be linked down below. Jake64. Yeah. I will make a community post about it tomorrow when it's released, though. So other than that, that's all I got. So I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys. That was a good snap that time. It's a pretty good snap.